Did you know that most puppy owners accidentally create the exact problems that they end up struggling with later? Separation anxiety, reactivity, aggression, resource guarding, destruction in the house, no boundaries, no impulse control. And the craziest part about all of that is that all of those behaviors start in puppyhood. Now, I work with dogs dealing with serious behavioral issues every single day at my facility, from anxiety, fear, aggression, reactivity, resource guarding, and all of these behaviors started out as cute puppy behavior that nobody addressed early on, and the problem just keeps getting worse. So let's go through the top 5 biggest mistakes that puppy owners make and talk about exactly how to avoid creating those problem behaviors in the first place. These are all super important, so just take this list as knowing all of these are equally important. But before we get into it, what's been the biggest struggle that you have right now with your puppy? Is it potty training? Is it crate training? Is it puppy biting? Let me know in the comments and I can help you out. Mistake number 1, never practicing separation when you are home with your puppy. This is one of the most subtle mistakes that dog owners make, and they don't even realize that it's a mistake while it's happening. People are constantly with their puppy. The puppy follows them from room to room. They pick up their puppy and take them everywhere. People just love to have that little cute little shadow following them everywhere, but it's honestly not good for the puppy. And I get why it happens. People, again, it's cute. People want the little puppy following them around, and they think that the puppy just loves them, but that's not what's happening here. Your puppy is actually learning that they do get to access you everywhere you go throughout the house, and that access becomes a need where they're thinking, I need to follow you everywhere in the house so that I know where you are at all times. And then owners are shocked when these dogs develop separation anxiety, or they're whining all the time, or they can't settle on their own, or they're crying in the crate. Think about it from the puppy's perspective. You've never taught them how to exist in their independence while you are home. You need to intentionally practice separation when you are home with your puppy. Now, I talk about this all the time, but this can be done with crate work when you are home with your puppy. This can be done by tethering your puppy. This could be done with a playpen. This could be done using baby gates. There are many ways to create intentional separation from your puppy when you're home. But it's very critical that you do this, because independence is not something that dogs know on their own. It's an intentionally taught skill. Mistake number 2, terrible potty training habits. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Most people completely overcomplicate potty training. Here's a hot take that I don't think is a hot take. Your dog should be potty trained within like 3 to 4 weeks. Completely, like no more accidents in the home. It's very simple to potty train your dog. You take them out very frequently and you make sure that they do not have an accident in the home. They do not have a chance to go to the bathroom inside the house. But this is where all the mistakes happen, right? Owners will take the puppy outside. They spend 10 minutes talking to the puppy.
Come on, go potty. Let's go. Come on. Good boy, good girl. Come on, go potty.
And then the puppy is so overstimulated that they never end up going to the bathroom outside. And you're showing your puppy in those moments, you're teaching them that when we go outside, they get lots of attention, they get lots of treats, they get lots of affection. They're sniffing around the entire time and they forget what they're supposed to do out there. So then the owner brings the puppy inside. I guess he doesn't have to go. And then the puppy pees on the floor right away. So why does that always happen? Why does that keep happening for owners? It's because people overcomplicate the potty break. Potty breaks should be very clear and boring activities. Oh yeah, and like the biggest mistake at all, use a leash. You put your puppy on a leash, take your puppy outside, and then ignore them. Let them go to the bathroom. People let puppies run around the yard like a maniac and they're just going crazy when they're supposed to be going to the bathroom. Now, I'm not saying don't let your puppy go crazy in the yard, but when you're taking your puppy, especially in the early stages, when you're potty training them, you go outside to use the bathroom. There's a purpose for that. Potty training should look like this. You walk outside calmly on a leash. You stand still and ignore your dog. Let them sniff their area, and don't let them drag you wherever, but let them sniff their designated potty area. When they do go to the bathroom, reward them. Tell them, yes, good boy, good girl, good boy, yes. Then we give them the affection after they've done what they're supposed to do. And then we come back inside calmly again. There's one purpose for that activity. We go outside, we potty, we come in. That clarity right there speeds up the whole potty training process massively. Mistake number 3, this one might be my favorite, but not crate training your puppy. Let me just be completely clear with you. If your puppy is not taught how to calmly exist in independence and isolation in their crate, you're almost guaranteed to run into behavioral problems down the road. The crate is not punishment. It's not jail. It's not this, torture box that we put our puppy away in. No, it should be their little home, their little den, the place that they enjoy going to so that they can relax and be calm. When done properly, the crate teaches calmness, independence, emotional regulation, and how to settle. Without crate training, your puppy will probably become overly dependent on you, overstimulated by their environment, not getting enough sleep, and unable to relax regularly. And then owners will say later on, as the dog enters adolescence or maybe even early adulthood, my dog has separation anxiety. Well, no kidding. You've literally never showed your dog how to relax and how to be calm in their independence. So before we go on to the last two, let me know, can your puppy settle? Does your puppy have the ability right now to settle on their own without touching you or always having to be next to you? Let me know in the comments. Tell me how old your puppy is and I can tell you how well you're doing. All right, mistake number 4, giving puppies too much freedom too soon. This is a massive one that leads to behavioral problems. Your puppy should have basically zero free time unsupervised. And almost no one does this. People just bring the puppy into the house and just let them decide what they're gonna do. And remember, puppies have no idea how to exist in our world. We have to teach them, but people just let them make mistake after mistake after mistake. And then those mistakes turn into really bad habits. Every second that your puppy is left unsupervised, they are rehearsing behaviors, good or bad. If you get lucky, a 1 in 100, puppies will be just calm on their own and just never venture into behavioral problems. But the rest of those puppies are always doing the wrong things because they don't know any better. They're chewing on furniture, they're stealing items, they're barking in the window, they're peeing in the house, they're pooping in the house. These are all behaviors that are happening because we don't have eyes on them. And then owners will say, this came out of nowhere. It's like, no, it didn't. You literally let them kind of navigate their world on their own, let them decide what they want to do, what they're allowed to do, and now you're just realizing you're dealing with the consequences. Your job as a puppy owner is to supervise them, guide your puppy, set them up for success, interrupt bad choices early. When you see your dog going to bite on the furniture or bark in the window, interrupt them, grab their leash. They should be wearing a leash in the house. Grab the leash, tell them no, give them a direction on what they should be doing. And number 4, basically what I just said, teach your puppy what you want them to do. That is how good habits are built. Number 5, and you see this all the time, people love to reward overexcitement. Most people accidentally create very chaotic and emotionally unstable dogs. They reward jumping, they reward barking, they reward nipping, they reward general chaos and overexcitement. The thing I think of in particular with this one is when you have a friendly puppy, your golden retriever puppies, your lab puppies, and they're just going crazy and like, oh my God, and they're just always stimulating that dog and then wonder why they're crazy. And I get it. It's because it's cute puppy energy and people love puppies. But man, you're teaching that dog that chaos gets them what they want. Overexcitement leads to reward. When the puppy grows up, all these habits that you've rewarded while they were a puppy, suddenly it's not so cute. When that little lab puppy is now jumping like a maniac, or that little golden retriever puppy that you were loving on is now bolting out the door, well, again, you created this when they were young. Your puppy does not need chaos and overstimulation. Your puppy needs to learn how to be neutral, impulse control, and generally how to be calm. The biggest skill that you can ever teach a puppy is how to be calm. That is what I work with, and all the puppies that I see in my facility, I set them up showing them how to be neutral around other dogs, while we play with other dogs, while we interact with other dogs. That's how you create a very, very emotionally well-balanced, stable puppy. Why not? Bonus mistake number 6 is thinking that puppies will just grow out of problem behaviors. People are thinking, well, they're a puppy. They'll learn to not do that behavior, or they'll outgrow that, or it's just a phase. But that's not the case in most of the times. Some behaviors are very normal puppy behavior. Of course, your puppy is learning, but rehearsal matters. The more a behavior is practiced, the stronger it becomes. Puppies don't magically grow out of behaviors. They do, however, grow into habits, good or bad. Not because the puppy was bad, but because nobody taught the puppy what actually matters. The stuff that actually matters: structure, boundaries, calmness, And last but certainly not least, independence. Your puppy is learning all throughout the day, every single day, whether you realize it or not. As soon as you bring your puppy into your home, training starts. Now, I'm not talking about obedience, but you're teaching that dog what you allow in the house, what you don't allow in the house, what their routine looks like from the moment they step into your house. So stop waiting for problems to appear and start creating the dog that you want right now when they're a puppy. Your life will be so much easier this way, I promise you. Teach your dog what structure is. Teach your dog about boundaries. Teach your dog independence. Show them how calmness gets them what they want. That is how you prevent problem behaviors before they even start. Now, this is the first of many puppy videos to come on this channel, so share it with anybody you know. Like this video if it helped you in any way. Subscribe to the channel as always, and make sure you stick around to see the remaining videos that are going to come in this puppy video series. I'm the Big Dog Guy, and I'll see you in the next one.